Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another VPN review. Today we're checking out none other than TunnelBear VPN. This is a pretty popular VPN provider. It used to be advertised heavily by Linus Tech Tips, but it was also purchased by McAfee, I think in 2017, 2018 year. So guys, is this VPN worth using or not? I'm going to help you decide in this TunnelBear VPN review. Also, if you want to check out VPNtierlist.com, make sure to do so. You could catch all the latest VPN review rankings I've done, organized in a handy dandy tier list never before done on YouTube. Not only that, but there's a link to a comparison table on the website that shows you each individual ranking I've given every VPN according by each different category, like pricing and whatnot. You can even organize the list, kind of look at what are the cheapest VPNs, what VPNs work best for streaming, what are the most secure VPNs in terms of reputation, and so on and so on. So check out VPNtierlist.com. And now let's get into the individual TunnelBear VPN review and see where it's ranked on the tier list. Alright guys, so TunnelBear is a pretty standard price VPN. However, their kind of specialty is that they kind of market themselves as a free VPN. However, 500 megabytes of data a month is not much at all. I went through this data just doing some basic speed tests, so you're going to go through it pretty quickly as well. You can get an extra gigabyte if you tweet about it, which is cool. I think they actually kind of copied that from Windscribe. Now, Windscribe has a lot more data, I think 2 gigabytes upwards to maybe even 10 if I'm not mistaken. So if you're looking for a free VPN kind of trial basis to try out, I would recommend Windscribe instead of TunnelBear. However, TunnelBear has some interesting things about it, I suppose. It's the 1 month plan is $9.99 a month, which is pretty standard in the VPN industry. Pretty much right down in the middle. Not expensive, not necessarily cheap. The 1 year is $60, which again is pretty standard. I do like how they don't put on 3-year commitment plans. This is pretty standard pricing. There's nothing too tricky here. It's just like saves 50% by subscribing longer. So overall, it's a pretty honest and transparent pricing plan, which I quite like. But again, there are cheaper VPNs than TunnelBear out there to find. Now, just like the pricing model, TunnelBear's application is pretty standard. It's kind of cool. It's got some interesting little kind of gimmicky features. You can have a little bear tunneling out of your location to where you want to go. But the settings, the real meat of the app, are pretty simplistic, but they do probably get the job done. There are some pretty good notifications here, some control about how it starts up, and we do have a kill switch. And GhostBear, which is kind of like a stealth VPN kind of workaround. It probably works through HTTPS traffic and stuff like that. Some other VPNs definitely have more advanced measures, like TorGuard is very good for stealth VPN kind of features, but GhostBear is pretty similar. We do have some trusted networks, kind of like if you're on your laptop or going to a coffee shop or stuff like that, but that's pretty much it. TunnelBear, it is easy to use. You have your different servers available up here. But the bad thing about TunnelBear is that I think it's definitely been outclassed lately by some other VPN providers out there that have more malware and ad blocking, a streaming service to pick from, dedicated IPs, proxy settings, all sorts of settings to configure. TunnelBear is at its core meant for entry-level VPN users, and if that's not you, well, then you're probably not going to have too much interest in it at all. All right, guys, so we are connected to TunnelBear. Let's go ahead and see what the speed test ends up looking like. In the past, TunnelBear was a decent fast VPN, nothing too special, just kind of middle of the line. But the prices aren't super expensive. Today, it looks like we're getting a pretty good speed test on this speed test result. We'll also run it through the orange one as well. This data is going down quickly, though. Yikes. Just a free trial. Remember, 500 megabytes. Well, I guess you could tweet about it for 1 gigabyte. Kind of like Windscribe there. This is probably more of an accurate representation of the speeds we're going to get with TunnelBear. Now, in the past, TunnelBear didn't actually work with torrenting. In fact, it kind of forbade it. Now it does work with torrenting, which is very good to see. Perhaps from McAfee buying it, they kind of changed things up a little bit. But the speeds are actually quite good for torrenting, going up from 3 to 4 megabytes a second, which is faster than a lot of VPNs out there. Well job, TunnelBear, for correcting the torrenting thing and also having good torrent speeds. So a lot of people don't really like TunnelBear because it was purchased by McAfee and they don't really like McAfee. But if you are a Bitcoin supporter, you know that McAfee promised to eat his own schlong if Bitcoin did reach a certain price. So maybe that will make you like TunnelBear. I don't know. Anyways, though, guys, TunnelBear is a pretty good logging VPN, which is not a very good thing. You don't want your VPN to collect logs, and unfortunately, TunnelBear does collect quite a decent amount of logs. It's called operational data, and they collect all sorts of operating system, the app version, how much it was active, how much data was used this month, as well as some other things like this. It's probably just to operate their VPN to the max potential, but again, there are VPNs that don't collect logs. There are VPNs that have better privacy policies. Unfortunately, though, TunnelBear hasn't really been in the news too much for doing anything sketchy, and while it's owned by McAfee, they've always been a pretty good VPN in terms of, their reputation, in my opinion. Nothing too bad here. Just, again, actually kind of middle of the line, is similar as in some of the other categories. TunnelBear does have a kind of a cool customer support kind of checkout option. Actually, it doesn't have a live chat, which is kind of a bummer. So that's going to dock us some points, but it does kind of have like a cool little layout here. You could kind of go through the different thing and send them a pretty easy email. So I like that. But again, no live chat. There's also no forums. So overall, nothing too special here for live customer support. So in the past, TunnelBear has never worked with any streaming service, and unfortunately, it still doesn't. I got the proxy error as well as Amazon Prime Video error, and it didn't work with any other streaming service at all. So if you're looking to unblock geo restrictions enforced by streaming services like Netflix, Hulu, Prime Video, and BBC iPlayer, TunnelBear is not going to be the VPN for you. However, there aren't really too many other free VPNs that work either. Windscribe does work with Netflix, but doesn't work with any other service. So if you want to access these services, you're going to have to pay a little bit of money for some. If you want to see which VPNs do work with all the streaming services, I encourage you to check out the TorGuard VPN review, the Pure VPN review, and the private VPN review on the channel. TunnelBear's final score is 2.75 out of 5, making it Tier 3 VPN, not really recommended for use. It doesn't work with any streaming service. It doesn't have live chat. The reputation has kind of a lot of logs. Although the speeds for torrenting are quite good, and it's good to see them support torrenting now. The application is decent enough, and the pricing is also similarly decent, but there's nothing too much about this VPN that stands out. However, if you're an entry-level VPN user who doesn't care about logs, who wants a middle-of-the-line price and really wants to torrent, this could be a good VPN, but again, there's better options out there, and you can find those at vpntierlist.com. Alright guys, thanks for checking out this TunnelBear VPN review. Remember, go ahead and check out vpntierlist.com to see where TunnelBear fits into the tier list. And as always, thanks for checking out this video so much. I'll see you again on the next one very soon.